And welcome back to what I believe might be the final part of What If Obito had adopted / kidnapped Naruto, part 12. So last time on the Naruto What If, Danzo had attempted to take a coup against Jiraiya and Tsunade, but met his end by his own hand. And Orochimaru had made his attempt to try to take Naruto and the Rinnegan. Well, really, it was only Naruto. He found out the hard way they had the Rinnegan, and was ultimately defeated by Itachi and Naruto. Now with their Rinnegans fully activated and ready for combat, they go into the battlefield. But not before Orochimaru said that the Edo Tensei would still be in effect. So, Naruto and Itachi both head out, basically, towards the battlefield. Killer Bee joins them. Meanwhile, Conan and Taiya are joining the battlefield as well. They want to stay with their boyfriends, but they know they have to go elsewhere. So they go to the battlefield. Now, I do believe Conan would actually be very beneficial for dealing with the Edo Tensei, because her paper jutsu would allow her to make multiple copies of sealing tags, things along those lines. It'd be actually pretty easy for her to apply a sealing tag onto any Edo Tensei course. So she's taking out them by the load, by the dozens. Ultimately, though, Naruto and Itachi both run into Nagato again, and they have to duke it out. But they're duking it out with two Rinnegans as well. So, I mean, when for instance, Nagato tries to steal Naruto's soul, he does the exact same thing against him as well. Just, I see. So you did. Jiraiya took my advice and kept the eyes. Sorry, I was messing with my hair there. Kept the eyes, and you both took the same advice as well. We did. Excuse me. We did, Nagato. And then Itachi suddenly just buzzsaws basically the arm off of Nagato using the Azura Path, I believe it is, and then uses a Shinra Tensei, Buto Tensei, and Butin, or is it Butin or Buto? Basically, the almighty pull, and basically pulls Itachi towards him while he's being pushed away to pull him there, and then suddenly goes Chibaku Tensei! And then based now the Chibaku Tensei is trying to pull them into its gravitational field. Naruto, however, goes full on Kyuubi mode and just grabs the moon and just smacks it down into Naruto. And then they continue to go back and forth in this. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a shadowy figure looks over at Obito. It's like, is it time? Yes, it's time. I will retrieve the eyes they stole from me, and I will also retrieve Naruto Uzumaki. And then all of a sudden, another shadow appears behind Obito. It seems that the plan didn't go as well as we had hoped, did it, Obito? I'm afraid it did not. Well, no matter. We will do what we must. And so basically, technically it's more than just those two figures. A group of figures. Obito obviously has his Jinchuriki. Jinchuriki, like 6 paths, if you will, except they don't have 6 paths, unfortunately. But he still has them under his control. So, minus Gaara, he does have actually, no, we stopped the Shikaku from being absorbed. So, he doesn't have Shikaku, but he still has the 2 tails, 3 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails, 6 tails, 7 tails. He pretty much has all tails except for Shikaku. So actually, he has all the Jinchuriki he already had. And the other figure leaving behind him, whereas the one remaining figure just looks on behind his glasses and his black eyes. That's right. Kabuto was resurrected. Now, I believe I did have Kabuto killed. So, that is the thing. Also, someone mentioned that I gave Orochimaru Kimimara's body. I'll be honest, I don't remember doing that. But, oh well, I'll tell you, that may be the case. Either way, I don't think it would have helped him in that scenario. So, Kabuto obviously is resurrected, and he's the one basically doing what he did previously, controlling the Edo Tensei. So, he is basically he's now manipulating everything the way it should be manipulated. Meanwhile, Naruto is setting clones all over the battlefield, sends a couple clones out, Konan and Taiya. All of a sudden, as he gets to the battlefield where the other guy, where Gaara and the others are, and like the Tsuchikage, they see a small figure up on the hilltop, and lo and behold, it is. Now, someone was getting upset or getting bothered by the fact how I was pronouncing. Is it Okay, it's not Madara. Okay, I say it Madara, but I know it's not. It's Madara. Uh, Madara. It's not quite Madara. It's like Madara or something like that. Anyway, him. I'm saying Madara. Madara or Madara. I think is it Madara? Anyway, I'm saying Madara. Deal with it. So Madara shows up, and that whole debacle goes down. Now, Itachi meets up with Sasuke, and they both go to find who's actually controlling the Edo Tensei. And luckily, using a combination of their Sharingan and Rinnegan, they are able to manage to find where Kabuto is. And ultimately, they'll shut him down. But again, Madara is basically like, nope. So anyway, he uses Susanoo, brings down a meteor. Tsuchikage basically is like, oh crap, okay. And remember, it was a Naruto clone that he sent to the battlefield. So the Naruto clone can't go full Kyuubi, I imagine. However, it can go into his the Kyuubi chakra mode and just blast it with a Rasen Shuriken, which I'm sure he's created at this point. And then he just charges in at Madara, which just blocks with Susanoo, to which the Naruto clone uses his Rinnegan to start absorbing it, to which Madara's like, so the Rinnegan's winning you, boy. And then Sully just grabs it and just grabs the edge. Not anymore. And then poof, Shadow Clone. Shit. Shadow Clone, shame. I guess we'll have to go do this the hard way. Then, of course, the Kages will stand. The Kages and Jiraiya would stand against Madara as they did and lose terribly. Even though Jiraiya having Sage Mode could definitely help out a bit. Unfortunately, again, Rinnegan, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, just Madara, it'd be too much for him. Meanwhile, the group, Naruto and Killer Bee, both ultimately run into Obito, who materializes on the branch, and then Naruto just look at him and Naruto, it's so good to see you again, my boy. It's like, Dad, what? Or Toby, or do you prefer Madara? Or what do you prefer? Seeing as that you clearly aren't Madara. Oh, you got me. I never was really good at tricking you, son. Now come on, we don't have to fight anymore. We can do what we wanted to do from the beginning. Bring peace to the world. Once we have all the tail beasts, if you just bring the fox back, we can unite them together, create the 10 tails, bring forth the power of the sixth sage. We can use that power to bring peace to the world at last. Yeah, I'm not believing a damn thing you say anymore. You took me away from my family. You let my mother and father die. This is all on you. It's like, And Obito just closes his eyes, I really wish you could see I really wish you could see the beauty of the big picture, Naruto. I did this for everyone, not just you, not just me, not even just for your family, your mother, your father. I did this for everyone, and I will continue to do it for everyone. Everyone that you've lost, that I've lost. Everyone. He just thinks about Rin, and nothing will stand in my way. He's still wearing that outfit, by the way, which was a good-looking outfit. I'll give him that. But ultimately, he's still just got Sharingan in there, to which then the Jinchuriki come at him, to which Naruto's just not having any of it. He just looks at them all and just Shinra Tensei! Boom! Blasts them all back. Boom! And then quickly realizes, because he really wasn't paying attention, the Rinnegan. So Nagato gave you the eyes that I so affectionately gave him. Someone didn't point out that, yes, that I had honestly forgotten that it was Obito who'd given him those, the Rinnegan. He gave you the eyes that I was so affectionately given. Just another thing that you need to give back to me in order to save the world, Naruto. All of a sudden, Obito realizes, crap, it's like, I've got Amaterasu on me. Itachi's shown up with Sasuke, and they're raising. Seems we're going to be having a bit more difficulty than I thought. Itachi. And then just dissipates it with Amaterasu with Kamui. And it basically just sends the tail beast after them, to which Naruto and B immediately just blow them away. To which Naruto, again, tries, does his best to, save it. And he has those interactions with all the tail base, has a bit of their chakra in him, and then takes the chakra back. And eventually they get sealed up back in the statue. Now the statue, it's not playing a big role yet, because frankly he has the little bit of the 8 tails he had, but he doesn't have any of the Shukaku yet. That's the thing. So it would really not be an effective merger if he did that. So Obito is just coming in, trying to attack him. Guy and Kakashi also show up as well. That whole thing goes down. Ultimately, though, through a combination of trickery, they do land a solid hit on Obito. And it's not just a solid Rasengan. It's a super high-powered Rasengan, powered by some of the chakra that he's collected, powered by a bit of Kurama's chakra as well, and it hits him smack in the face. Almost breaks his nose. And he's like, all right, fine. Obito? Kakashi sees him. So they had their whole interaction. Madara ultimately shows up on the field, wants her, and he wants to. He can't fight Hashirama obviously because there is no Orochimaru now. They're not bringing Hashirama back. And ultimately, it's Madara fighting the entire Shinobi forces with Obito. And Madara, gets set on fire by Amaterasu. He negates it. Obito tries to. Obito eventually tries to take on Kakashi. Gets skewered. You have that whole interaction. Naruto basically gives everyone his chakra. You have that entire battle going down. The Ten Tails is not really resurrected because it's not the Ten Tails, but it's kind of an even weaker version of it, which means Naruto immediately goes into Kurama Fox mode to Tachi Susanoo, not Sasuke Susanoo, that attached to him, and they actually pretty much take down the really not very effective Ten Tails because it's just doesn't even have any bit of Shukaku's chakra in it, so it's actually significantly weaker. So it kind of just gets taken down. It's like Madara's just like, I see, and Obito, blast Obito, you don't even have your Rinnegan, do you? You can't resurrect me. This is quite troublesome. To which a bunch of Naruto suddenly try to blitz him, and just, and, he's just using his reflexes of Sharingan, his Rinnegan. He's able to, counteract most of them, and except for one that does grab him, is like, what do you think you're doing, boy? And then all of a sudden, he quickly realizes what Naruto's about to do, and he actually recoils a bit. Unfortunately, Naruto's still holding him, and Madara's soul starts to get pulled. Like, do you really think you can pull my soul out, boy? You have a lot to learn. And then just backhands the Naruto clone. So now it's a lot of back and forth. Obito is eventually tiring out because he's only got so much chakra to give. The other Jinchuriki are all sealed up. And it really just comes down to the question of how does this fight end? I mean, Obito basically tries to become this pseudo sixth path sage. It's not anywhere near as effective as prior form, so it's something that Jiraiya, Jiraiya is still around. Like Tsunade was cut in half, but they were able to. I imagine Jiraiya would still manage to get back up thanks to Sage Mode. He'd be able to recover a bit faster. Again, Tsunade kind of got cut in half, unfortunately. So, honestly, Tsunade, I think, might not make it out of there, but you can make an argument that Jiraiya does show up, tells him to send clones using the Ki or Fox Chakra as well as medical ninjas. They're able to heal up the Kage. So you can make that argument, which I will make for now. And it's, again, the Naruto clone Naruto versus Obito and Madara, along with Itachi, along with Sasuke. It's a back and forth struggle for the longest point in time. And Naruto's Takno Jutsu. Now, here's the thing: Naruto's Takno Jutsu could work on Obito if he were, if the circumstance were correct. For instance, they go into that dream world. The dream might say, is like, you just wanted to be Hokage. I get it. You loved someone and you lost them. But you just didn't understand how to deal with your grief. You just didn't know how to process it. And because of that, you lashed out. You thought people betrayed you when they didn't. You let someone manipulate you. You don't have to do this, okay? If you really thought yourself as my dad, then don't do this. as the kid you raised, as the son, as the man you raised, don't do this. To which Obito just thinks about, do you think she'd want you to do that? And to which Obito gets angry that he brings her up, like, and is about to, attack Naruto again. And to which Naruto then says her, actually catches him, and just, do you think Rin would want this? And he'll just look straight into his eye, or to his eyes, and just actually puts a bit of fear and just emotion into him for a moment. He's just thinking back to her. It's like, it's too late, Naruto. It is too late for me. It's never too late to do the right thing. Tak no jutsu at its finest. To which Obito's like, yeah, okay. To which then Naruto is able to persuade him, but I don't have much chakra left. I'm gonna have to do, if I'm gonna do this, this might be the last act I ever do. So he immediately transports himself over to Madara. It's like, was something wrong? Obito, all of a sudden, Obito's just like, yeah, there's one thing wrong. You're still around. And I'm not going to be manipulated by you or anyone else. If this is to be the end, it'll be on my terms. Like what you treat as a little leech. So you really think without him? And then Madara just hoists him back and just. Here's the thing too. He has his own Rinnegan as an Edo Tensei. So in theory, I can imagine him using both the Prita path and the 7th path to resurrect his own life. I was like, and just grabs and suddenly Naruto's like, since you don't have the Rinnegan, you won't give your life for me willingly, I'll give the life you were supposed to give. I'll give what you were supposed to give, or take what you were supposed to give from me. And then he just takes the chakra and life force out of Obito and uses it as the surrogate for the 7th path, and then resurrects himself. So, the tail beasts are freed at that point, and he tries to basically collect them. Unfortunately, Naruto's like, hell no. And, tries to take him on. Unfortunately, Madara still was able to take on all the tail beasts as they were, just as he was. What he didn't count on was some individuals like Itachi being there, again, using Amaterasu. And using even his own Susanoo. Sasuke, probably knowing Kirin at this point, using it on in the sky, or his Drake Dragonfire jutsu on sky, create Kirin. Itachi also having Susanoo. So, Madara could easily counteract those effects. Tries to even take Itachi's eye, even manages to get one of the Rinnegans, but just as he's about to implant it in his own head, it's like, all of a sudden, he suddenly realizes that he can sense something going on, and he's like, be covered with the thunderclap, kid! And he tries to implant the eye, but as he just gets zapped as he implants the eye, Itachi grabs the Rinnegan, puts it back in his head. How does that work, by the way, even in Naruto reality? She's like, we're good. I was like, that's not quite the way it works, but okay. So I was like, no, again, Itachi grabs it. I was like, you really think this is all? You think this is all that that I have? This is nothing compared to. And all of a sudden, he's still having the Sage Mount of Hashirama. He barely dodges Kakashi's lightning blade, and then Guy's Leaf Whirlwind comes in and just smacks him straight in the neck. To which everyone then just basically dogpiles them. With all the tail beasts just fire tail beast bombs point blank at him, including Kurama, Naruto, and Fox Mode. And quite frankly, Madara just does not have anything. Because here's the thing, Madara can survive a lot. 8 point blank tail beast bombs to the face? Like, look, the 3rd Raikage was able, I think, to survive the tail beast bomb of the 8 tails. But the reason he got the scar was from his own attack. But I don't think even he would want to take it point blank in the face. And Madara, for all his power and being probably one of the strongest ninja ever to exist, wasn't as durable, as far as I know, as the 3rd Hokage was, or 3rd Raikage was. So that pretty much, I think, just charged him to it's like, and he just barely lets you. Zetsu, Where did I go wrong, Zetsu? I think this isn't how we were supposed to resurrect Mother. We were supposed to bring her. How are we going to resurrect Mother now? Well, we could always just try to take the eyes as well. They got all the tail beasts here, so why don't we? And all of a sudden, like Itachi with his eye back in his head, just like poof, it's like and just grabs Black Zetsu. Just no, what are you? I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. You're going with the same place Madara is. And then just suddenly just grabs him and basically kind of just puts some chakra and seals him up there. And then just throws Itachi or throws Madara up and Naruto. And basically is like Naruto gets the signal. They both make a dual Chibaku Tensei, wrapping around like duel each other. In fact, Naruto could theoretically do multiple Chibaku Tenseis and have like a almost black hole, like rotational, gravitational field going on. All of them rotating with each other. And they do, and they just create this perfect matrix of like a perfectly compacted moon, and they just throw it back in the sky, and then just done. So, ultimately, it's a happy ending. Some lives were lost, definitely. But our heroes saved the day. Cut to the aftermath, where honestly, it'd probably be Itachi who's made the next Hokage, not Kakashi. Kakashi does keep his eye, at least. Itachi's made the next Hokage for the time being. Honestly, I don't think Naruto would take the position of Hokage. I don't think he ever really wanted it to begin with in this version. So, Itachi's young. He can be Hokage for a while. Cut to the post credit, like what happened after that chapter? Like 10 years down the line, they got kids and all that, which they do. Actually, it's like 13 years down the line. So, I mean, most of the people you think would pair off with each other would pair off. Sasuke and Sakura still pair off with each other. Now, Hinata's an interesting little case here. You could make the argument that her and Kiba got together. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sure, why not? Kiba and her get together. So, yep. And you know what? For the sake of funness, we're going to name their son Renji. Renji Inuzuka Hyuga Inuzuka. A little Bleach reference there. The Taiya and Naruto would be the ones that they have both Himawari and I think Boruto. I think the names are still the same in their case. Appearance-wise, I think you're going to get Boruto pretty much being a spitting image of his dad still. There's nothing to say he couldn't be or wouldn't be. Hinamari, though, it doesn't have the Byakugan, but she does have a more Kushina-esque hairstyle with the red hair and all, because Taiya also had red hair. And Itachi and Konan got married. Now, actually, one thing I do want to check on real quick is Konan. How old was Konan? Because someone made a question. It's like, isn't she much older than Itachi? He's like, yeah, actually, give me a second. Age 35. So, yeah, she's actually she's about twice Itachi's age, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure, anyway. I'd have to check on how old Itachi was. I think he's, like, in his early 20s by shipping, like 21-ish. So, that's not a huge... I mean, it's a big age gap, all things considered, but it's actually not that big an age gap when you break it down in real-world context. Aged Itachi up 10 years. That would put her in her mid-40s, which more than enough time to have a kid with him. So, I mean, Konan and Itachi, I think they'd name the kid either Yaiko or Nagato after or if they have twins. Let's be nice and say they have twins. Nagato and Yaiko. I think that is more than reasonable to do. And one has blue hair, one has black hair, but the blue hair one looks more like Itachi's hair, and the black hair one looks more like Konan's hair. So yeah, and one of them inherited the paper jutsu, one of them, and they're both Uchiha, so there you go. The Uchiha live on. Until then, that is the end of the Naruto, what if Obito adopted / kidnapped Naruto what ifs. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Saturday we'll start a new Naruto what if. I'll have to figure out which one it is. I'll do that tomorrow though. I'm just going to upload these and then go to bed. And tomorrow I got a one what if. And of course it is the Rise of Skywalker. Now I'm probably not going to have a review up for it the day of. I'll probably wait till Saturday to sit on my thoughts and figure out how I feel about it. Unfortunately right now, if we're going to, actually get some information up here, The critical response actually isn't very good. Where is it? Yeah, 50. Okay, it went up a little bit. That's good. It went up by 1%. Yeah, but okay, it's saying 59, but it's saying 58. Yeah, at 148 people, 58%, only 58% like this one's actually a lot more conflicted than even The Last Jedi. Like, give me 1 second here, actually. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I know there was like a big movement to downvote it, but whatever. Star Wars. Let's see here. The Last Jedi. Okay. The Last. There we go. Last Jedi. Yeah, that one still. Yeah, critically, that got a 91% for God's sake. Whew, that's new. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what the long-term forecast for the critics are. Now that's the critics. Ultimately, though, what it breaks down to isn't the critical reaction; it's the fan reaction, and that's where your dollars are going to come from. This film will easily hit $1 billion, no doubt. It's Star Wars still had the biggest, probably the second biggest opening of the year, so that's not a problem. But we'll see what happens. Until then, thanks for watching, and have a good night, folks.